All right, what do we mean when we talk about shifting of the curve and movements along the curve? Factors affecting the demand curve regarding income, substitute, taxation, and substitutes or compulsory or substitute goods or compulsory goods results in shifting of the curve. Factors affecting demand curve regarding price, certain variables results in movements along the curve. Price, always remember this, good exam question. Price results in movements along the curve. Income, taxation, substitutes, they sort of result in shifting of the curve. Always make be ready for this is a good exam question. We use the phrase change in demand refers to a shift in the demand curve. All right, changes in demand refers to a shift in the demand curve, and reserve the phrase change in the quantity demand to apply to movements along the demand curve. So quantity demanded talks about movement along the demand curve, and shifts in demand curve talks about changes in demand. So for factors such as income, you would note that it will be shifts in the demand curve, and for price, it will be movements along the demand curve. All right, when you talk about what affects demand, you noted that first thing is price. Price causes movements along the demand curve because of the fact that consumers will always want to buy more goods at a lower price. That's a rule of thumb. That's the essential rule. Right. When it comes to income, if the price is the same, but income increases, that means that consumers have now the breathing space of financial powers to demand more and pay for more of a good. All right. The other factors that affect demand are what you call substitute goods. Goods are substitute goods when an increase in the price of one leads to an increase in the quantity demanded for the other. Substitute goods like tea and coffee. If the price of tea goes up, that means that the quantity demanded for coffee will go up because the price is the same. Remember, there are substitutes. You either drink tea or coffee. People will see that, oh, coffee has gone up. No, I can't afford it at that price. But tea is the same. It's the same thing. Why not I drink tea? So when price of one substitute increases, the quantity demanded for the other increases. So this is what also affects demand. Price for coffee goes up, that means that the demand for tea increases. Right. For example, copper and aluminum substitute goods, coffee and tea are substitute goods. Because one can sort of often be substituted for the other in industrial use. If the quantity of copper demand will increase, if the price of aluminum increases. So it's the same as coffee and tea that I've given you as an example. As a result, this causes a shift in the demand. So price is the price of one good goes up. That means the quantity of other good sort of increases because they are substitutes. You can use one good for the other. Alright, likewise, beef and chicken are substitutes because most goods are willing to shift the purchase from one to other when price changes. Alright, now we look at what you call complementary goods, goods that complement each other. So bread and butter, or cars and fuel, or phones and apps. These are complementary goods. Goods are complements when an increase in the price of one leads to a decrease in the quantity demanded of the other. So that means that if there's an increase in the price of cars, there will be decreases in the quantity demanded for fuel because more people will not want to buy cars. That means there's a lot of cars on the road. That means there'll be a decrease in sort of the use of fuel because cars are expensive. People don't want to buy cars. As a result, who's going to use the fuel? So for complements, remember If there's an increase in the price of one, it leads to a decrease in the quantity of the other. Because they tend to be used together, a decrease in the price of gasoline increase the quantity demanded for automobiles. So vice versa. If the price of gasoline goes down or fuel goes down, more people would want to buy cars to use for their daily sort of needs. Alright, likewise, computers and computer software are complementary goods. The price of computers dropped dramatically over the past decade, fueling an increase not only in the purchase of computer but also the purchase of software packages as well. And basically, that's our lectures for the price of demand curve and how demand curve affects the basic demand. So we talked about price. When price goes down, consumers demand more. We look at income. When income increases, although price remains the same, consumers will demand more because they have that extra financial power to spend more. Substitute goods. If the demand for one substitute, so if the price of one substitute increases, the price for tea increases, people will demand more coffee, the quantity of coffee demanded will increase. All right, complementary goods. Basically, if the price for fuel drops, that means that more people will demand to pay for or buy cars. Well, thank you very much. That wraps our lectures on fundamentals of demand and fundamentals of supply. Cheers.